The world needs B2K.
B2K's breakup was a huge shock to their fans.
Boys for Life Tour.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
How are you able to release and have an instrumental song become a huge deal?
And I forget who the disc jockey was, but he put the wrong side on. He put the Green Onions by mistake and played the B side instead of the A side.
No!
And that's when the change happened. These people started to call the station and say, play that song again.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Live from FedEx Forum, this is The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Lang on camera, welcome into The Odds Couple.
That's a single on Lang.
Here on Grind City Media, I'm Lang Whitaker alongside CJ Hurt and Robert Fisher, who is joining us live from Santa Monica Pier out in Los Angeles. Hey, Rob, how are you? Rob?
Still cold? Uh-oh. Hello.
All right, now we hear
Hello.
you. Hey.
Hey, there we are. Yeah, it's beautiful here in Los Angeles. How is it there? Is it still cold?
According to my phone, at the moment it's 40 degrees.
That's better.
Last night it got to 14.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it wasn't great. But we're having a heat spell now. It's up in the 40s. So
good.
It's a
good.
Nice,
That's
nice
good.
change of pace. Welcome into the Odds Couple here on Grind City Media. We are going to talk about a lot of sports-related stuff to get to today. We got a recap of the Heisman. We got to talk about John Cena's final match. The NBA Cup Finals are set. Who Said It is, of course, ready to go today. We got some nuggets. We got a bunch of stuff to get to. So before we get there, though, I wanted to ask you guys, you know who's not with us today is John Roser. The fourth member of the Odds Couple, because it's this week, and he and CJ take turns on the Monday show, which is more thoughtful and more intimate. Roser's not here today. John Roser got engaged this weekend.
I saw that.
I saw it on social media, plastered everywhere. He and his fiance both put it all over the place. He didn't ask me for any advice, but I texted him and I was like, hey, that was really smart not to get engaged until after the SEC schedule had already come out for 2026. So now you can start looking at dates, like what's a good weekend. We don't want to do it like the Georgia, Florida weekend. You know, there's certain weekends you want to avoid. So I'm sure that you don't want to do it on the Egg Bowl, different dates you want to have a look at. But I was thinking, like, he didn't ask me for any advice about marriage or getting married, or I'm assuming he didn't talk to you guys.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What advice, Rob, would you have given John if he had asked you for some marriage advice? What's the key to a successful marriage?
Key to a successful marriage. Good question.
I wanted to ask you too.
I would say, because I have a very successful marriage.
You do,
I would
yeah.
say, I don't know. I don't know. Our key to success is we don't argue, and it's great. So keep the argument here. Pick and choose your battles.
There we go.
That would be my advice.
There we go.
Pick and choose your battles, because some battles, just let them go. You just got to let them go. Eat it.
Yeah.
But pick and choose your battles. That'd be my advice.
What about you,
How's that?
CJ?
When I worked at Sports 56, that's when I got married, and Rob was there at the station. Everybody's coming around giving you an advice. And Rob, I don't know if you remember, at the time, the hot program director was DJ Rax. And DJ Rax heard Miss Margaret, the secretary, talking to me, giving me, some pointers on married life. He's like, "Oh, you getting married?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Come with me, sir. I'm going to give you some advice." And he said, "This comes from an old school player. My grandfather told me this, and this is how I've managed to stay married." Right. And I followed this to a T. Followed it to a T, no problems at all. He said, "Slow loving." Slow loving. Only he didn't say loving. You can figure out what he said. He's like, that's the key right there. So, Rosa, if you're listening, slow loving, man. That's how you do it. That's how you stay married.
That's a good one. Yeah. Mine would just be like, just say yes to everything.
Right.
Even if you don't really mean it, just say yes. Yep. Got it. I'm on it. Then if it doesn't happen, you're like, oh yeah, we're getting there. Yep.
Yeah. I'll get to it.
I just say
I'll
yes.
I'll get to it. It's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting there. The other advice I would have given him is like, when you get engaged, make sure like you put some thought into that. Because I didn't realize like that's sort of a deal too. Like I thought you just get engaged, you get engaged. One night I asked my wife if she wanted to get married, and she said yes. But like I didn't know you're supposed to have like cameras and lights and all, and Rosa apparently did know that, because I saw the photos. There's like Christmas trees twinkling. It looks like a Hallmark movie. Yeah. I didn't know any of that stuff. So I'm glad that I'm glad that Rosa figured that out on his own. Somebody, maybe Chris Vernon told him or somebody. This is going to be our first GCM wedding. I thought about that since Jessica, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I don't really qualify that as a Grind City Media wedding, because like a lot of us weren't invited.
Yeah.
You were there.
I was there.
But it was a destination wedding.
It was clear across the country. It was in Tacoma, Washington.
I would assume this one's going to be closer to here. I don't know. But Rosa and his fiance both live here. But I would assume this might be our first big Grind City Media wedding, so that should be fun. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah,
that's
going to be interesting.
I'm sure we won't embarrass him at all with our behavior
or ourselves.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine. Anyway, so what did you guys get into this weekend? Did you watch anything? It's not on our rundown of stuff to talk about, but the thing that I was like so excited to watch was Phillip Rivers play for the Colts yesterday, and I've never been a Phillip Rivers fan. But I do have something in common with Phillip Rivers. I'm old, as is he. And I think like the older you get, I was thinking about this. Rob, you and I can relate on this, maybe more so than CJ. The older you get, there's sort of like a pact between old people. Like everyone else realizes like how much work it takes to get to this stage in your life. And so like, you hear a baby cry at the store and all the old people kind of look at each other and nod or wink, or, kid comes by with his pants sagging down. You all kind of give each other a knowing glance. All right. When Phillip Rivers came in there, like I was like, oh, this is my guy. Here we go. Now, and then that, like right off the bat, there was that play where he dropped back and fell over. Like nobody touched him. He just stumbled down. And I was like, well, I've been there. Like the other day I missed a stair at home. I was
that's dangerous.
Just walking down the stairs. I just missed a stair. Like, how do you, like, my wife was like, what's the matter with you? I was like, I don't know. I just missed it. I just didn't see it. I don't know. Caught myself. But I was really into that Phillip Rivers game. He lost, but he got that go-ahead field goal. He got him in place for a go-ahead field goal with, 40 seconds left. But to me, that was kind of the most exciting thing this weekend to watch. What about you guys? Fish, you get into anything?
I watched some NBA Cup. I'll tell you what, that Oklahoma City San Antonio game was as good of a basketball game as you'll see. That was a lot of fun. I did watch some action on Saturday. I watched I watched some terrible college basketball because I had bets on it. I watched that terrible bowl game on Saturday night with Boise State and Washington because I had a bet on it, and I won that bet, which was good.
Nice.
So I watched some terrible stuff. The best thing I watched was that basketball game with San Antonio and Oklahoma City. But I did watch some NFL yesterday. I'm with you. Watching Phillip Rivers was a lot of fun. I was upset that when he took the field, I was like, come on, throw the ball on the first down. On the first play of the game, let's throw the ball. And they handed off on 3 straight plays. And I was like,
I would have bet on that. See, the first play I said to my son, I was like, they're going to run it here. 100% they're going to run it. And they did. I mean, but they kind of cut him loose a little more as the game went along. But yeah, not a ton of stuff. I watched that Suns-Lakers game last night. I don't know how much of that you saw. That was an example of all the things that just frustrated me about the officiating in the NBA. Shout out Tyler Ford was the ref last night, but that was a rough watch. And I didn't care who won, but I was just like, Dylan Brooks is in the middle of it. Like there was a lot going on in that one. What about you, CJ? What did you watch this weekend?
Celebration Bowl.
Oh, nice.
Prairie View A&M.
Oh, I watched that too.
Prairie View A&M takes on South Carolina State. And in one of the better Celebration Bowl is always really, really good from a storyline standpoint and from a product on the field standpoint. That was one of the more dramatic Celebration Bowls that there have been. Was it a touchdown? South Carolina State gets the ball out to the flat in the 4th overtime. It's just 2-point conversions now to the running back. Lowers the shoulder, stays in bounds, and reaches over the pylon. I think from the camera, if you just freeze it, he's over the pylon before he steps out of bounds. There are people out there, Prairie View A&M fans, who don't feel like it was a touchdown, man. So that one was good. And like Rob, I've started now that college football is almost done, winding down. I've hopped into college basketball, so caught the Memphis-Louisville game up until Louisville made all of those threes to push it to a 20-point lead in the first half. It's like, okay, I'm out on that. And then I watched the Michigan-Maryland game where Michigan ended up pulling away in the second half thanks to a couple of players leaving the game early for Maryland, one an ejection, one an injury, and Michigan pitted on them pretty thoroughly after that.
I watched some of the Georgia-Cincinnati game on Saturday afternoon. It was during the day, and they and Georgia won. Georgia's 9-1, I think, and they're one of the top 20 scoring teams in college basketball this year. They're good. Like it's kind of fun to watch them play this year. Did anybody make a point to watch the Heisman Trophy ceremony Saturday night?
No, it's boring.
Yeah,
the Heisman Trophy ceremony is boring. It's just a big waste of time.
And it's they want you to cry. They're gonna find a way to make you cry.
And Mendoza wants to cry, but I'm not sure he's actually crying. I don't.
Yeah, he's not.
He's always crying, but there are no tears.
I think he's an AI fiction of our imagination. I was at a party. I was at a holiday party, and somebody was like, "Oh, do we know who won the Heisman?" And I pulled out my phone and I was like, "Oh, they just announced it. It's Mendoza won it." So. Shout out Fernando Mendoza from Indiana, won it. The first player from Indiana to win the Heisman. The story has kind of become the reaction from Diego Pavia, who tweeted "F the voters" afterwards, and then went out to some nightclub and bought a sign that said "F Indiana" to have toted around behind him. He put out an apology today or yesterday. Being part of the Heisman ceremony last night as a finalist was such an honor. As a competitor, just like in everything I do, I wanted to win. To be so close to my dream and come up short was painful. I didn't handle those emotions well and didn't represent myself, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I kind of felt like Mendoza was going to win. Didn't we? Was that a surprise that he won, CJ?
Oh, not to me. No, that's the person who I would have voted
me too.
For is Mendoza. He's the best player he's the starting quarterback on the best team in the nation right now. And he has the stats. Everybody there has the stats. But what moments have you given us? What do you have? He had that touchdown pass last play of the game against Penn State. He had the touchdown pass, the go-ahead touchdown pass that ended up being the deciding factor in that Big Ten championship game against Ohio State as well. He's got all of he and Pavia are close statistically in some categories. One might be slightly ahead of the other one, but they're pretty close. And so it became, all right, from a team success standpoint, who has had the most successful season team-wise? Yeah. And it was Mendoza. It's incredible. Indiana football, six All-Americans historically for Indiana football. Yeah. And they've been playing since it was, Big 8, right? Like they've been playing since forever. Big 10 was 10 teams deep in the 1900s, for them to be... for them to now have a Heisman Trophy winner, that's huge. That's impressive.
Fish, you've been one of the biggest Vanderbilt proponents over the last 2 seasons since Pavia arrived there in Nashville. Was that enough? Was his performance enough for you? Would you have voted for Diego Pavia had you had a vote?
Probably, but as I said last week, I think the reason why I would vote for Diego Pavia would be just the bias, the Southern bias, being down here. I saw more games of Diego Pavia's, and I know the history of Vanderbilt more so than I know the history of Indiana. Even though they're very similar, and Indiana's, as CJ pointed out last week, is probably even worse than Vanderbilt's history, actually. But because to me, to think of Vanderbilt doing what they're doing and doing it because of a quarterback is just incredible. So I probably would have gone, and he's flashier, and I think he's just a more dynamic quarterback. My vote probably would have gone for him, but I don't have a problem with Mendoza winning. I think he as CJ said, he's the best. He's a quarterback of the best team in the country, and that usually is good enough. And his numbers were good enough for sure. So I think he deserves it. I don't have a problem with him winning. I just think I would have probably voted for Diego.
Yeah, I get it. I think Diego was probably more dynamic as a player and more exciting and had more highlight-worthy plays. I mean, you could also – I think Jeremiah Love deserved to be a little more in that conversation because he averaged something like 8 yards a carry this year and was awesome for that team. But
how about this? Every year since 1935, every year that ends in a 5, a running back has won the Heisman Trophy until this year.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Every year, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 05, 15. Heisman Trophy winner was a running back until this year.
So you're saying the voters screwed it up?
Yeah. Because that's an amazing trend.
Yeah, that sounds like a nugget.
That is a nugget. That's a damn good nugget. Can I give one that's not a nugget? So going to the notebook, workplace slate.
Oh, okay.
During the 2023 season, the Pac-12 had the 2022 Heisman winner, Caleb Williams, the 2024 Heisman winner, Travis Hunter, the 2025 Heisman winner, Mendoza. They also had the 2023 Heisman finalist, Michael Penix Jr. and Bo Nix, and the 2024 Heisman finalist and this year's #1 overall draft pick, Cam Ward. And the Pac-12 just wasted all of that. The Pac-12 ended up, because it was run poorly, basically becoming a feeder for everybody else. So there was talent in the Pac-12. They just did not know what they were doing from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah. Classic. Anybody watch Saturday night's main event on WWE this weekend? It was the final match for John Cena.
No.
You don't see me no more. He's done. He took his final match, and there's some controversy about the way it ended. Did anybody see this?
No.
He tapped out.
What?
Which he never does. He was wrestling Gunther, who looks like Matt Harpering. Yeah, he looks like Matt Harpering. He was wrestling Gunther, and Gunther put him in a headlock, and in the center of the ring, and Cena smiled and tapped out, and that was the end. That was the end of it.
Why'd he smile?
I don't know. I guess to kind of like break kayfabe a little bit and just show like, all right, like this is it. Like I'm happy. I'm going out on my terms. I'm done. I've done it all. I'm out.
Okay.
I don't know. He was the main event of WrestleMania 6 times. He was a 17-time world champion, the most recognized by WWE. Do you count him? Like, is he on anybody's like Mount Rushmore of wrestlers?
I think so. If you're still into this generation of wrestling, Cena comes up because Cena is the thing that Attitude Era ends, and it kind of, I don't want to say ends abruptly, but it ends pretty abruptly. And there's a need for a new face of the industry, and Cena comes in there and puts the industry on his proverbial back and carries it to that next line of greatness. You know, it is Michael Jordan retires, everybody's looking around for the next great thing, and in comes Kobe Bryant. You know, so Kobe Bryant sort of serves as that bridge gap between that Jordan era and basketball as we know it today. I think Cena does that for the WWE.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Fish. I know you're not as much of a wrestling fan. I watch it all the time, and I was never like Cena was always a good guy until like the last year, but he was always just kind of John Cena. Like, he never really was involved in all the chicanery and the funny things and all that. And then he started acting and was like gone a lot the last, 10 years. So I don't know. I just felt like Cena, great career, awesome thing, but he's not on my Mount Rushmore. Probably not on like my top 8. Probably wouldn't be on my second Mount Rushmore or whatever they call it. But yeah, the funniest part, the ESPN has a story about him retiring, like a news story on ESPN.com, even though it's all fake. But these are real athletes. But the story says Cena signed with WWE in 2001 under the name The Prototype and made his SmackDown debut under his real name. Cena struggled as a singles wrestler until he adopted the, quote, Doctor of Thugonomics character. That saw him perform freestyle raps during promos.
Yeah.
Then he got into the jorts and the hats and all that stuff and became John Cena. So, hey, hell of a career. See you later, John Cena. I'm sure we'll be seeing you in acting and everything else.
Tapping out is weak, though. I mean, come on. How do you not go out on top? How do you not go out with a win?
Well, you can't win the title and retire.
Why?
Yeah,
because then you have a big setup of how you're going to get the title, how someone will get the title, and everything. But just to tap out, that was I don't know, that was kind of weak.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it either. Like, I wish he had at least like hit somebody with a chair or something. Like, do something.
Yeah,
do something fun.
So get disqualified.
Yeah,
got you.
What if you do something so bad they throw you out of WWE? Like,
perfect.
Yeah, and it takes a lot to get disqualified from a match, but like,
because for whatever reason the ref never sees it.
Never.
Everybody's yelling like ref, chair, ref, pipe, ref.
If any sport could be revolutionized by the adoption of instant replay, it's professional wrestling.
Oh, they've got to find a way to get that in there.
You would think at some point they would be like, "Oh, look, every other sport has instant replay. We don't."
What would be the signal? Just to have the valet twirl the finger or just draw the box like, hey, ref, go take a look
or
there.
Or like they hit the ref with a TV over the head or something. How do
that would be incredible.
It would be amazing. Like, we got to have instant replay in wrestling of all the things. But it was also, that would just ruin every third match in wrestling if the referee was able to have a do-over to what they saw. Speaking of bad refereeing, the NBA Cup final is set. I don't know if you guys saw that as you mentioned, Rob, that Spurs Thunder game was pretty awesome the other night. Alex Caruso is still upset they didn't get a foul call on that follow attempt down the stretch, even though he hacked Wemby on the play before that. So we get the Knicks and the Spurs. Shout out to the 2001 NBA Finals, 2000 NBA Finals. Yeah, we get to replay that, and should be a good game. Or is that appointment? Is it tonight? I don't even know. It's either tonight or tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. That's right, because the Grizz play tonight. So I'm assuming it has its own night tomorrow night. They said that they might not play it in Vegas next year. Did you guys see that today? There was a report from ESPN that
the semifinals would not be in Vegas.
Yeah, or the finals. I think
it's the finals.
Yeah, it's all up in the air. So
well, it's not a bad idea because no one's going to the game.
Where would you put it? Like, that was my question. Like, would you make it a home? Whatever team has the better record gets to host it or something, or I don't know. Rob, give me an idea?
Well, I mean, I guess they seed these teams technically 1 through 4 after the group play, so the higher seed would host the games.
The problem is, like, what if the Knicks have a concert at MSG, or
right,
that's been there planned for 8 months or something? Like, what do you do?
What's going on in Seattle?
I don't know.
So I'm assuming they got an arena up there.
I don't know.
I would think they got some place to play. They got an NHL team, so they've got the Kraken play up there. The Storm play up there. So yeah, they got an arena.
But why would people go to that if they don't go in Vegas? Like, it's the same situation.
Well, because those people like basketball. You got to find a basketball city. Seattle, Indianapolis, Louisville.
I don't know.
You got to find, Memphis. You got to find a city that just loves basketball. You can't put it in Vegas where people are in Vegas just because it's Vegas, not necessarily because basketball's not going to be the main attraction.
Yeah.
You want people to fly in, but for whatever reason, tourism now is down everywhere. People aren't flying into Vegas. You want it to you would want the NBA Cup to belong to a community. So you got to partner with one of those basketball loving communities and get the semifinal and the final in that particular area.
I got an idea. Let's keep it at this in Vegas, but do it in the Sphere.
Okay.
Like just do it down on the stage of the Sphere and broadcast it like in 8 million feet high behind you on that screen.
Okay.
I went to a USA Basketball had a game once in New York when I was living in New York. They did an exhibition against Brazil, I think, at Radio City Music Hall. And they played the game on the stage at Radio City Music Hall. And it was kind of weird because you can only see half the court, like you can't really see the back of it. But it was pretty cool. So maybe like do it somewhere like that. It's problematic because of the weather. I was gonna say doing it in Times Square would be kind of cool, or doing it like maybe you do it in LA outdoors somewhere, or the desert somewhere. I don't know, but I would let's make it like something cool, something special. I don't know.
The problem is it counts. These are.
I thought the final game doesn't count.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
but everything up to the final one it does.
Yeah. Remember when they had that? I think it was North Carolina against Kansas. Played a college basketball game on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, they do that once a year, every year.
Yeah, they still do that. Yeah, like that would be a kind of a cool thing too. Or I don't know. We got to come up with something.
Do you want to decide a championship on an aircraft carrier?
It's not a real championship, is it?
It's the cup.
It's a lot of money.
It's the Emirates Cup.
It's money though. It's a lot of money.
All right. We'll figure that out. We'll get to work on that. We're going to assign that to Roser to figure that out. And give us an answer by Thursday. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. It's time for the game show that has been sweeping the country. Who said it? We'll get to that when we get right back. You're watching The Odds Couple here on Grind City Media.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
We are doing fantastic.
Oh, hi, I'm the Grinch for those who live under rocks.
We welcome you to Memphis.
Well, thank you for having me.
When did you get to Memphis?
Just the other day. I was
do you
here,
travel?
my sleigh, obviously, taking it all the way down.
Of course.
And then yesterday, I ran around everywhere yesterday. I went to the Peabody Hotel. I got to make sure all the ducks got into the pond.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Who said it? Who said it? Who said it? Who said it?
What's up? Welcome back to The Odds Couple here on Grind City Media. I'm Lang Whitaker. He's CJ Hurt. He's Rob Fisher. He's Jacob Stopcotty. And it's time for the game show that has been sweeping the country from coast to coast, LA to Chicago, from Memphis to Bristol, Connecticut. It's time for Who Said It.
Who said it?
And we always have some bonus clips to start, but I have a bonus conversation to begin with just because there's not really a clip for this. I don't know if you guys saw Merriam-Webster, who make the dictionary, put out their word of the year.
Yeah.
For 2025. And the word is slop. Because it means mud, which was a word that was brought in the 1700s to mean soft mud. But the definition is expanded to mean digital content of low quality produced in quantity by means of artificial intelligence. Like, what do you guys feel about this, Fish? Do you ever use the word slop?
I can't remember the last time I used the word slop. I guess when I think of slop, I think of pigs.
Me too. Yeah, a little Charlotte's Web action.
Yeah.
Right. So haven't used it very often. No.
You ever use it, CJ?
Yeah, I use it all the time. I hate AI. Get those wirebacks out of here. So I call them wirebacks. I call them slop heads. I use that phrase all the time.
So you're in favor of this being the word there.
I'm cool.
Some of the other words that were in the running that lost, performative. Like a performative male, some shorthand for a disingenuous guy. Gerrymander, which has been in the news a lot the last year. I like this phrase, touch grass. That was in the running for word of the year. And then, of course, 6'7". 6'7".
6'7".
I thought that was going to be the one to win it.
I did too. Apparently, dictionary.com did choose 6'7".
Okay.
Merriam-Webster chose slop, and there must be like some beef between those two dictionaries. All right, we have a couple of bonus things here. We talked a lot about the NBA Cup and wrestling so far today. I saw, we kind of take for granted the size of Victor Wembanyama and just exactly how tall he is. Last year, there's one morning at shoot around, I was down in FedEx Forum and I saw John Morant run and jump over a barrier. Like he was trying to get from one side to the other. Nobody was there to let him through, so he just jumped it. And it's like pretty tall. Like it comes up to your waist or something. It was really impressive. Somebody caught this clip of Victor Wembanyama at the NBA Cup. Look at this.
What is Wemby doing? Where's he going?
Right over.
Just.
It's like how the Big Show used to climb in the ring, like Andre the Giant. Like he made it look so easy, and it's so ridiculous how he can do that. There was another thing on this weekend that I didn't catch. Some of you guys might have seen it. Professional darts were on TV. Have you ever watched Fish? You might have bet on darts at some point in your life.
I haven't bet on darts, but I have watched before though. Yes.
Yeah, the professional darters, I don't know what you call them, dart throwers. Those guys, like they're characters. They're pretty colorful. Ricky Evans, who's one of the big dart throwers out there, did his post-match interview and caused up a lot of controversy with this interview. Take a listen.
Oh.
I have heard that you don't really like Christmas. Tell us it's not true.
Christmas is rubbish. It is. Right, hands up if you like gravy.
I like gravy.
Yeah.
And look, Mama Evans likes gravy as well.
Hands up if you like me and gravy. Hands up if you think gravy's the devil. Oh, see, look, I'm struggling now, aren't I?
What?
My hands up. I like gravy.
Wait, what's gravy over there?
Just gravy.
Is it our
Just
gravy too?
real gravy,
Because
yeah.
Biscuits is cookies.
No, it's
over
not
there.
a euphemism.
Okay.
It's gravy.
All right.
I like they said, hands up if you like gravy, and the older woman with a giant arm tattoo, they cut to her. She's got the hand up. Like, who doesn't like gravy? Fish, you like gravy, don't you?
I love gravy.
Yeah.
In fact, one time I was at Acme Oyster House in New Orleans, and they have something called boo fries.
Ooh.
And we asked the waitress, what are boo fries? And she looked at us with this just deadpan face, and she said, do you like fries? And we said, yeah. She said, do you like cheese? Yeah. Do you like gravy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Boo fries. And we're like, all right.
At up the street here, up the corner of Beale Street, up at Blue City Cafe, they have fries smothered with like gumbo.
Okay.
Like a seafood gumbo fry type situation. Ooh. Sort of the same thing. It's pretty great. It's like that stuff you always post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
I need
weird
that.
foods. Yeah.
I need that.
That's like right up your alley. All right. Let's get to who said it. We have some quotes from athletes, coaches, people in the sports world, usually. And we want you, CJ and Rob, to figure out who said it, these things. All right. Clip one. It feels great. You know, I looked at a picture of me from earlier, and usually, this is a trade secret now, the white jerseys are always the tightest. So when you feel really good in that white jersey, you're really doing something. So feeling-wise, it's been great. It's been amazing.
Rob, you got a guess on this?
I don't know. Maybe from earlier, and usually this is a trade secret. Now, the white jerseys are always the tightest. So when you're feeling good in that white jersey, you're doing something. Austin Reeves.
Phillip Rivers was in a white jersey.
That is true.
Oh, Phillip Rivers is a good one.
Was Marcus Smart in a white jersey this weekend?
I don't know. He's had some tight jerseys the last few years.
Yeah, that's why it jumped into my mind.
You know, it's not this person, but I didn't think about it until I was reading it. Zion would have been a good choice.
Oh, yeah,
here
Zion.
Too, but it's not him.
That's another good one. Rob, what you want to go with?
I like Phillip Rivers. I like Phillip Rivers.
That's the one you want to roll with? We'll roll with Phillip.
All right, go Dogs. Let's roll it.
It feels great. You know, I looked at a picture for me earlier, and I was like,
look at all those books behind
him.
him.
It's a trade secret now.
I noticed
the
that.
white jerseys are always the tightest, and so you really feel good in that white jersey, like you're really doing something. So, feeling-wise, it's been great. It's been amazing, and
shout out Jordan Davis. I did notice on his locker behind him, there's like 20 books on that top shelf. And you can see the locker next to him. The guy just has a bunch of like shoes and stuff out there. So I don't think that's a common thing. It made me appreciate what that University of Georgia education is worth. Clip number 2. If you want to be a great player, you got to sell your soul. You got to be a flopper. If you want to be an MVP, if you want to be top of the top, you got to sell your soul and just be a flopper. Y'all tell me what y'all want me to do. I can start going to practice and start working on that. Start throwing my head back as soon as somebody touches me. Who said it? A little spicy one here.
Yeah, that's a good one. So we can get rid of SGA and we can get rid of Jalen Brunson. Right there, there's a list of dudes we can get rid of, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Count them out.
Who said that?
Ant? Would Ant say this?
It does sound like something Ant would say. You want to roll with it?
Yeah.
Let's roll with it. Anthony Edwards.
Wrong.
This new generation, this new era.
Oh, Jaylen Brown.
Floppers. If you wanna be a great player, you gotta sell your soul. You gotta be a flopper. If you wanna be an MVP, you wanna be top of the top, you gotta sell your soul and just be a flopper. You know what I mean? Y'all tell me what y'all want me to do. Y'all want me to be on that? I could do it. I could start going to practice and like working on working on throwing my head. You know what I mean? Working on, hey, just as soon as somebody touches, hey.
He spends a lot of time streaming. You know,
that's new. That started like this year.
He's on the Twitch a lot doing that. The other day at practice, Jaron mentioned that Vince Williams has a Twitch channel.
Oh, really?
He told us all to he said, go check out Vince's Twitch. I didn't know he has one.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I thought that was a good quote though. Like that's, hey, you want me to work on flopping? I'll do it. I would rather Jaylen Brown work on dribbling left-handed. But
still can't do it.
Yeah.
Finals MVP, Jaylen Brown, though.
Yeah.
NBA champion, Finals MVP, Jaylen Brown.
Hell of a player.
He's got to fix his hair. That's number
Come
one.
on to glory, Jalen.
Yeah.
Jalen, you don't got to keep holding on to it, man. Shave it off. You got the beard. I'm bald and bearded, man. The ladies love it. Go ahead and do it, Jalen.
Jaylen Brown.
Go.
If Jaylen Brown throws his head back, we might get like dye thrown across the court.
Yeah,
like a Jackson Pollock painting out there. All right, clip 3. Similar sentiment. I'm just glad to be part of something that it is growing to be so beautiful, pure, and ethical basketball. Who said it?
This is Victor Wembanyama.
I'm a roll with Rob.
Let's run it.
I'm just glad to be part of something that's growing to be so beautiful and so pure and ethical basketball, you know.
On your right, Tim.
How about that?
He hates Chet.
I love it.
Whatever they did, whatever Chet did to him, and it wasn't even Chet. It was Kenneth Lofton Jr. who was cooking him in the FIBA, under 18s, under 17s, whatever that was. Like, he hates Chet. Yeah. And he does not like the Oklahoma City Thunder because of it.
I like it.
Stuff.
It makes me like him more.
Yeah.
Just not even because it's the Thunder that he hates. It's just because we don't have rivalries where guys don't like each other anymore so much. There used to be, where like Larry Bird hated Isaiah Thomas or whatever. Guys really didn't get along. I really think they don't get along.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you? I mean, Rob, do you remember when was the last time there was a rivalry of where guys just didn't like each other? Maybe the Clippers and the Grizz back in the day?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough in the NBA because rivalries usually are built with playoff appearances. And, like San Antonio, well, they haven't been in the playoffs here recently. Yeah. And so to have some sort of rivalry with Oklahoma City, it does feel like it's kind of building a little bit. And that's without having playoff series against each other. So that is exciting. And I know these two teams, they play again 2 more times in the next week when they get back from this NBA Cup play. So, maybe something can develop there because, we'd love to have more rivalries in the NBA. But I think the problem is they're just all built on the playoffs. And if you don't see a certain team numerous times, back-to-back years, it's tough to build those sort of things.
Yeah.
I think
Grizzlies had it with the Clippers because it seemed like they played each other every year.
One that could get going. Now, to Rob's point, it won't because I don't know if one of these teams is going to the playoffs, let alone both of them. But that Milwaukee, Indiana stuff that's been popping off, like that could be, if they would just meet in the playoffs, I think we could see some legitimate sparks fly in that matchup.
Yeah, I'd imagine though one of those times the Spurs play the Thunder, the Thunder's going to win by like 60. Because it just happens, like that's the way they play. Yeah. All right, next one. Let's go to clip 4 here. Question, is there one thing you can pinpoint on what's kind of going wrong with you guys? And the answer is, honestly, you guys, I don't think it's my role to tell you what kind of question to ask. But I don't think after losses, it's a good thing to just pinpoint wrong things and say the locker room is not going well. I do think, once again, all these guys are professionals. They're fathers, they're husbands, and they know how to face tough times like that. So we'll come together and be better players and better professionals. Who said it? And you know what? Like this would be a first time appearance by this guy on Who Said It. So if you can give me the team, we'll count that as a point for you.
Okay. That's a player. Together we'll be better players. This sounds like something Coach Isolo would say. So now I'm thinking, Rob, and hop in here and help me out, but I'm thinking this is a foreign-born basketball player. This feels very European, not necessarily American. Now I'm trying to figure out which one of these international basketball players said this.
You're on the right path with that. That was impressive. You got that. That was impressive, CJ.
Yeah, I'm deducing.
Scope that out. Yeah,
I deductively reason things.
Like Daniel Craig and the Knives Out.
Yeah, exactly. Like people confuse me with Daniel Craig all the time. They call me Black Daniel Craig. That's what they call me. Oh gosh. Who
that's gonna
came
be
up
the next
short?
That's gonna be the next Grind City Media commercial.
Yeah, please make it. just no context.
No,
Black Daniel Craig. Rob, who lost something? Who lost this weekend? What teams lost? Orlando lost. Oklahoma City lost. The Lakers got eliminated also this weekend, or was that during the week? I can't remember. Lakers got eliminated. Somebody else got eliminated. Who on one of those teams would say this? Has Luka been on here?
Could be Luka. How about Luka?
Lakers. So we go Luka.
Okay, let's see it.
Is there one thing that you can pinpoint you think is
honestly, guys, I don't think it's my role to tell you what kind of question to ask, but I don't think after losses it's a good thing to just pinpoint wrong things and say that like the locker room is not going well. I do think once again all these guys are professionals, they're fathers, they're husbands, and they know how to face tough times like that, and so we'll come together and be better players and be the professionals. So
who the hell is that?
Maxime Reynaud from the Sacramento Kings, first round pick, 7 footer.
Okay.
Played at Stanford for 4
Maxime
years.
Reynaud making an appearance on the show.
I thought you might get Sacramento Kings. I mean, they're terrible.
I didn't know they had any international players on the Kings.
Yeah, they do.
I guess everybody does, but like I couldn't. All right,
clip 5. Here we go. Doing this, I have to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot, and if it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? That's a mindset I'm trying to bring to the table. Question, you seem frustrated. Answer, there's a lot of things going on right now. Question, football related, off the field? Answer, all of the above. Who said it?
Football player Rob.
Yeah.
Who's frustrated?
Who's frustrated in football right now? I would have said the Philadelphia Eagles prior to the shellacking they put on.
The hell out of the Raiders.
The Raiders. It seemed like a good Eagles quote, but that would have been last week. This would have been a good Eagles quote. So who else is frustrated? Who?
Season's not quite going the Browns way, but they're young quarterback. Not quite going the Dolphins way. Not quite going the Bengals way either. Tell you what, I know he's talked about it before, Rob. If you don't mind, let's go Joey B. Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Joe Burrow. Okay. That's a good answer.
If I want to keep doing
Yes,
it,
sir.
I have to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot, and if it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? So that's the mindset I'm trying to bring to the table.
Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it seemed frustrating.
There's just a lot of things going on right now.
Football related, personally?
All the above. Like you said,
There was also a clip that I thought about following this one up with from Jamar Chase, where they go to him and they tell him all the things Joe Burrow just said. And he said, I saw the next day. And he says, oh, yeah, I saw that clip. I thought it was AI. Because I didn't think that was real. I'm going to have to check in with him. And he goes, I just kind of took for granted that he'd be good. Yeah. But anyway, Joe Burrow going through it a little bit, it seems like. Last one, clip 6. Short one. We have a fighting chance. So are we out of the playoffs? We are? Okay. Who said it?
Andy Reid has to know he's out of the playoffs, doesn't he, Rob? This can't be Andy Reid. Okay.
Kelsey?
We are thinking it's the Chiefs, Rob. You and I both are thinking it's the Chiefs. Okay. Okay. All right. You want to roll with Kelsey, Rob? I'm putting my faith in you. Let's roll with Kelsey.
All right.
Let's see it.
Still have.
Oop. Technical difficulties. It's not.
It looks like Chris Jones.
Still have fighting chance. Are we out of the playoffs? We are. Okay.
That's too bad.
That's one of my favorite. I'm so glad you guys hadn't seen that. That was so great.
Right team, wrong player, Rob.
He's like, well,
we were close.
We still have a fighting chance. Are we out of the playoffs? And the best part is those guys, the reporters, they have to tell him they're out of the playoffs, and they're like, "Yes, you're out of the playoffs." They're trying to be respectful about it because yes, you're out of the playoffs. We are.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's this week's Who Said It. All right.
All right.
We'll take one more break. We'll be back here on the Odds Couple on Grind City Media in just a minute.
Field goal percentage up, 3-point field goal percentage up, points up, rebounds up. How would you describe your second season so far?
I feel like in my head, my standard's a little higher than that. I feel like my percentage should be a lot more up, 3-point percentage a lot more up, but I'll take it. You see the positives and things.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Memphis. Monday Night Raw returns with non-stop action, unmatched energy, and the superstars you love.
We don't get mad, we get even. We don't go home till we beat them. This is our time, we are leaving. Give me the crown undefeated.
Witness the moments you'll never forget. Monday Night Raw, Memphis. Monday, February 16th. Tickets and ringside packages on sale next Friday.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Welcome back to the Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back to the Odds Couple here on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker alongside CJ Hurt, Rob Fisher, and Jacob Stopkotty. It's time for some nugs. You want some nuggets? Fish, you want to take us through these? You want me to go them?
Yeah, I got some. We got some nuggets here for you. We'll start. We're going to go all over the place here today on the nuggets. But we're going to start with the NFL. The AFC West will have a new division winner for the first time since 2015, with the Chiefs being out of contention. The most consecutive division titles, Patriots had 11 from 2009 to 2019. Chiefs had 9 from 2016 to 2024. And it is over.
It's amazing. It's almost like the Atlanta Braves winning 15 in a row.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
When the hell was the Matt Castle year for the Patriots? Why do I feel like that was like 2014? It's been that long?
It must have been before 2016.
It had to be before 2009.
Yeah.
Because they didn't win the division that year.
Yeah.
It had to, maybe it was Matt Castle couldn't have been in 2008, could he? Was Castle in 08?
I'm looking right now.
I feel like Castle was just happened. I'm sorry, Rob.
Castle. You know when he was on the Chiefs?
No, on the Patriots.
He was on the Patriots 2008.
That's when it happened.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
He was on the Chiefs the next year, 2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, basketball. Luka has more 30-point double-doubles than the Mavs have wins this season. Luka's got 13 of them. The Mavs have 10.
He was out of shape.
All right, Phillip Rivers was drafted on April 24th, 2004. There are 10 players who have appeared in a game this season who were not born then.
That's wild. I wrote tomorrow's Grind City Media newsletter about appreciating Phillip Rivers as an old person. And I was looking at that 2004 draft. You know, Eli Manning was the number 1 pick. There's also like 4 guys who were in that draft who are no longer alive. For various reasons. Like it was so long ago it's really crazy to think about how long ago he got drafted and the guy's been like a teacher for the last 2 years, or a coach, I guess. But anyway, Go ahead, Fish.
Unbelievable. The San Francisco Giants have a rich history of baseball, but Jeff Kent will be the first Hall of Famer to have San Francisco on his plaque since Gaylord Perry in 1991.
Oh.
It's funny that Jeff Kent's in the Hall of Fame and Barry Bonds isn't.
That's ridiculous.
Funny?
Yeah, sort of.
It's stupid. Baseball Hall of Fame is stupid. Period.
I always consider Jeff Kent an Astro. I don't know why.
I always consider Jeff Kent an asshole.
Yeah, that too. That's fair.
Yeah. Audie Crooks, you familiar with her?
Yeah, she's
Iowa
awesome.
State.
Yeah.
276 points in 245 minutes this season. She's on pace to be the second Division I men's or women's NBA or WNBA player this century to average at least a point per minute in a single campaign, joining the Sixers' Joel Embiid from 2023-24.
That's crazy.
All right, college football nugget. Dan Lanning is 2-3 as Oregon's head coach against purple and gold teams.
Get out of
He's
here.
44-4 against all other team colors. Of course, James Madison. They are purple and gold.
That's Washington then, right? Is that Washington?
Yeah. Washington.
But he also lost. Well, yeah, he's lost to Ohio State and Indiana, which is like red and gray. So or white, I guess. So red teams he might not
probably beat the hell out of Washington State.
Yeah.
You know, and they're red.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 35-point games after turning 30 years old. Steph Curry now has 94 of them. Michael Jordan had 93. So Steph has passed Michael there.
How's he still doing this?
When
is he going to stop?
Yeah, it's crazy. The Las Vegas Raiders are the first team since 2002 realignment with 10 seasons of 12-plus losses. They're miserable, and they're going to need a new coach. Poor Pete Carroll's done.
You could change the coaches, change the players, but it's something institutionally wrong up there. That franchise is bad.
It's like being a Falcons fan.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Tyler Shuck, his win on Sunday was his 3rd of the season. That ties Archie Manning for the most wins by a rookie quarterback in Saints franchise history.
Wow.
3. Yeah. The Panthers, meanwhile, with the loss, the Panthers dropped to 0-12 now, straight up when they're favored.
0-12 their last 12?
0-12 their last 12 when they're favored. Yeah.
Speaking of this, do you know after Fernando Mendoza, or before him, who was the last player of Hispanic heritage to win the Heisman Award?
No.
Bryce Young.
Oh, really?
Who apparently his grandfather was born in Mexico.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
Oh,
Learned
how
that
about
this
that?
weekend. Yeah,
That's
there's a nugget.
Latino.
Go ahead.
All right, one more nugget, college basketball nugget. Arizona, the number 1 team in the country. They're the first team in the AP poll history to beat 5 ranked teams in their first 9 games. Pretty good stuff.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
there you go. Fish nuggets for today.
On the men's side, Arizona and Michigan look like the 2 best teams in the nation.
Yeah, Michigan looks awesome.
Yeah, except Michigan did not cover on Saturday because they were favored by 18.5. They were up 20, and they just let an Olay basket at the end of the game to win by 18. Yeah, so they did not cover.
Can't trust Michigan.
I mean, hey, 2023 Big Ten champs, 2023 national champs. You can trust them to win.
Who's the football coach?
Who?
Exactly.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right. Hey,
I got faith in you, Ward.
The college football playoffs start this weekend.
That's right.
On Saturday, we get our first taste of those. There's also some bowl games leading up to that. Friday, you get the Myrtle Beach Bowl. The Memphis Tigers playing at NC State. The game's actually in Myrtle Beach, I would assume. And actually, it's in Tampa. That's hilarious. They're playing the Tampa. Tampa's hosting the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Wait, Memphis is in the Gasparillo, isn't it?
Yes, you're correct. I'm sorry. Union Home Mortgage Gasparillo Bowl.
There we go.
They got this layout sucks on ESPN.com. Those are both on Friday, and then Friday night is Alabama at Oklahoma. At Oklahoma, they get to have a home game for that one against Alabama and potential Michigan coach Kalen DeBoer, although he put out the statement that he's not interested. But he didn't really say I'm not interested. He said I love being in Alabama. Yeah. But whatever. And then Saturday you got 3 more. You get Miami at Texas A&M, Tulane at Ole Miss, James Madison at Oregon. Any of these games jump out to you as something to bet on? I mean, I would take Ole Miss and Oregon and lay the points for both of those, even though it's 17.5 and 21 in those 2 games. I mean, Fish, if any of those look good to you?
I mean, at least at this point, without digging into them more so, which, we will do on Thursday, but I feel like the favorites. I think I like all the favorites, even the big favorites with Ole Miss and Oregon, and then the other favorites, the small favorites as well, with Alabama and Texas A&M. And Alabama, Texas A&M, when I first initially looked at those games, the first thought that came to my mind is something you say a lot, Lang. It's SEC. It's the SEC against other conferences. And I just feel like they're in better position. So as of now, I think I like all the favorites this weekend in the big bowl games, the playoff games.
What about you, CJ?
The one dog I like right now is Miami. I think that they can get enough pressure on Marcel Reed and on Texas A&M to disrupt everything that they want to do offensively or defensively, and then offensively for the Hurricanes. You got a quarterback who's been there before and who has played in these types of games before. The athletes are going to be comparable. Texas A&M's are a little bit better, but it's going to come down to, hey, do you have a quarterback who can get you a play when you need a play? And I think Miami has that. I know they're on the road, but from an underdog standpoint, right now I like Miami. And I'm with you, Rob. And you too, Lang, those big spreads, the Oregon James Madison, the Ole Miss Tulane, I'd probably parlay them, both Ole Miss and Oregon, to cover the spread in both of those games.
I agree with you on Miami. Like, I feel like that's the one. Like, for some reason, Fish, like I know I always say the SEC, I believe in SEC supremacy, and Texas A&M fits that. But for some reason, I feel like Texas A&M just isn't. And I know they're a top 10 team, but I feel like they're just not quite as dominant as some of these other SEC teams. So I think Miami has the ability to win that thing. It's also kind of funny that the 2 SEC team games are on ABC, ESPN, and then the Tulane and the James Madison game are on TNT. So they didn't get the best schedule out of that one. Last thing tonight, Monday Night Football, Dolphins at Steelers. It's a pretty good game, actually. The Dolphins have won, 4 in a row? And Steelers have looked pretty good. Like, I don't know. What's the line on this one? Anybody seen it offhand? +3.
Yeah, Pittsburgh 3 points favorite here tonight. 7-6 on the season. This is a big game.
I might just take the over on that one. 42.
Yeah, big game for the Steelers, trying to stay in the top spot in their division. So they don't want to fall to 500 and open that up a little bit more for the Ravens to possibly take over. But yeah, big one for the Steelers. I like the Steelers. I love the Steelers in this one tonight, minus the 3.
I'm with you, Rob. Here's a little tidbit from you, again, from the notebook. Tua is 0-5 in temperatures below 40 degrees. The temperature right now, the high in Pittsburgh, 17.
Oh.
High is 17. Miami Dolphins have this knocked to them historically, traditionally, not just this iteration, but all of them. Hey, they're great September and October. Come November, December, when that weather shifts, they don't do well playing in the cold.
Mike McDaniel can wear those capri pants, that he always wears, and the cool sneakers. He's got to wear boots instead. All right, well, that's this week's Odds Couple. Thursday, we'll be back for the bigger show. The newly engaged John Roser will join us, and we'll break down all these games that are coming up this weekend in the college football playoffs. Fish, you'll still be on the road, or no? You're going to be with us or not?
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back in
okay,
studio.
Cool. Fish will be back in studio. We'll get to it on Thursday. So for Fish, for Jacob, for CJ, for John Roser, I'm Lang. We'll see you on Thursday. You're watching